Perfidious Pete here. Back to finish mopping up this facility like nobody since Roger Wilco escaped the Arcada way back in 1986 in XCOM 2. And my goal, much like Roger Wilco, I want that golden mop, baby. Golden mop. Though I suppose the flawless mission is really the XCOM equivalent of the golden mop that the aliens gave Roger for helping him out. Seems a flawless victory though. It seems way less cool than a golden mop. You can't pick up chicks with a perfect mission. Nobody's gonna be impressed by it. Be like, hey baby, you see the way I flawless those mutons down in Western Africa in Operation Dark Wolf? Yeah, you know you want a piece of this jock. Just doesn't work, man. Doesn't work. But you come in with the golden mop, man. A golden mop. That's the kind of message that'll get, right to the heart of your potential mate. That's gonna, they say the best way through a man's stomach, or man's heart is through his stomach. The best way to a potential mate's heart, I feel, is just admitting that you have a willingness to do routine house duties. That's the way to go. The golden mop, that's the sort of message that says, hey, not only am I fabulously wealthy because look at this, I made a mop out of one of the most expensive materials on the planet, but I also really care about a clean home. And I'm super humble to boot. I mean, I'm not out there flashing my ostentatious wealth. I didn't have this forged into mad bling to decorate my person with. I didn't put it on display to try and attract a mate like some sort of African bird. This is not how I roll. I kept it humble. I had it made into a mop as a reminder that, we all came from dirt and ultimately we're all going to return to that same dirt. I'm down to earth, baby. So, what do you say you come on over this Thursday? Let me cook you some dinner and then maybe we Netflix a little iZombie, just see what happens.
Good copy. Moving on.
Telling you, golden mop. You'd be drowning in puss with a golden mop. Or dick, I don't want to stereotype. You'd be like, hey, so what? I'm into traditional feminine roles. I like to cook. I like to clean. I also like to get down between the sheets. Anyway, we're going to finish this facility. That's a routinely roundabout way of saying we're going to keep doing exactly what we've been doing since last episode started. Papa Bear Eastwood, we're feeling a little bit strung out here. Although, if I'm going to make a lot of jokes about being strung out, we should probably have Keith or Sutherland on the team, but I digress. President Junkie. The sad thing is that President Junkie Kiefer Sutherland would actually be, probably better than any of our current options. Be like, who would you rather have? Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, or would you rather have someone who's just a straight-up meth head? You'd be like, that's a tough call. I think I'm going to have to go for the meth head. President Meth Head, he'd probably trade away all of our, Middle Eastern basing rights and whatnot in return for 2.5 pounds of pure Mexican black tar heroin. But hey, heroin, at least we'll get something out of the deal, right? I'm really trepidatious about that Archon. I don't like that at all. Right, Jamie Lee Curtis, we need to get you into a firing position. This Archon is real bad. They're very powerful. What if... Is there any possible way we could get Morgan the Madman Freeman in a position to just dash up there and start shanking? Just spawn those guys within and shanking on the Archon. We're going to have to wait a turn to see, but if that's how we can start it, that would be a fantastic way to start. Be like the U.S. Army. What a great day. It's a great way to start. From their logo back in the 90s. Man, I'm getting really old school, dating myself here. Making jokes about Space Quest and then suddenly talking about, Army recruiting logos from 40 years ago. We might actually be able to get Mr. Freeman. We can get him exactly 2 tiles is what we can get him, which is going to be ultimately not enough. All right, then. As soon as we go on top of that roof, we're getting spotted. That's the thing that's going to happen. How close can we get old Bruce Willis? And the question is then, do we actually want to get Bruce Willis as close as we could possibly get him? I kind of feel like the answer to that is no. And we only have a 79% chance to hit this guy with a sword. That's extraordinarily bad. Also, we have no idea what's behind him. That move could theoretically also spawn a pod. So we're gonna need people in shooters positions here. We can't be spotted from this, can we? Is this the same height as the rooftop? Can't really tell. It's definitely lower than the rooftop, so we won't be able to use that as a sniper's perch. Can we get somebody up here without being seen? And if so, how close could we get him? Respectably close. Okay, we would get spotted from that tile. or any of those tiles. But we could... These also appear to be getting us spotted. That one does. So maybe we could get Jamie Lee Curtis, like, over here? We're going to have to take a few turns for positioning. This is going to be not exciting gameplay at all, but anybody else we could get onto this roof just as a potential little fire support. Archons are no joke, man. But I do miss the days of Sierra. I mean, I'm getting a little nostalgic for, like, old school games here, but I'm not going to lie. Sierra, that's sort of where it all started for Perfidious Pete, man. And honestly, back in the day, Sierra, they were big time. They were like EA Games of the late 80s, early 90s. There was Sierra, and then there was basically nobody else. They were the only people really sort of doing it. And I think the very first PC game I think I ever owned was a Sierra game. It was Trial by Fire 2, Quest for Glory, if I recall correctly. Perfidious Pete's old school, man. I've been in PC gaming I've been back since the dawn of time, baby. So how much further away could we get Bruce Willis and still have him be able to go shank the shit out of that Archon? Because we do want to try and increase the distance between the two targets if we can.
Understood. Moving out.
We'll get extra damage from running more tiles. Can we still... Well, now we can't see him, though. Well, we know what tile he's in. We can check it in a turn. We've still got some time. Harrison Rascal Flats Ford, I'm just going to bring you over here and you can sing me a song about, I don't know, breaking up with my boyfriend or getting drunk or whatever the shit it is you do on a Friday night. Drinking beer and going out to walk in the woods. Probably something like that. Okay, Bruce, you can chill for a minute. Let's just put you guys on Overwatch to get ourselves out of the turn. And I'm glad we don't have a time limit here. Okay, so we got to figure out whether or not Bruce Willis is going to be able to go get stabby. He's got the movement, but he can't see. And we can't have him stab something he can't see. That's a bit of an issue. So is there a tile from which he would be able to also cover the distance and see the target? What about here? Still can't see. It seems like the answer to this, the whole conundrum we're working on, is going to be ultimately no. There's not going to be a tile from which we can both see the target and shank him. That's disappointing. Alright, we're not going to be able to do, like, maximum damage. You know me, I do love my max damage, but that's fine. We're going to take Judi Dench to the rooftop. We got to get the Papa Bear up there, too, because if needs arise, I do want to have the ability to save ourselves a little trouble by dropping a couple of these cats through a floorboard.
Got it covered.
And the rest of the team, I think you're just going to be on Overwatch, Willie Schatz.
On Overwatch.
Jamie Lee Curtis is probably just going to study that weapon. Pepper, Overwatch. Give him the pepper!
Covering now.
Something that always confused me about baseball stadiums. Whenever you back in the day when you used to go to a baseball stadium, there'd always be signs on the wall that said no pepper.
Covering now.
What they had against pepper, man? It's just, you know, it's just a spice out there trying to live its life. What did it ever do to you? So here's a question. What if we come up here?
Moving to position.
And then, once we have vision restored, what if we then go for the stab? Well, we don't have the movement to do it. Alright, fine. We're going to have to do this the stupid way. I think we do pop this pod by spawning it with the stab. So it's just Overwatch for everybody except Jamie Lee Curtis, who's going to steady your weapon. And we've taken a long, long time here to do exactly nothing. But fortunately, we did eat our Activia probiotic yogurt this morning. So, you know, ultimately, I'm feeling pretty good about our chances in this encounter. We've got the probiotic health that we need to have, you know, a healthy, wealthy, and wise immune system. So let's go for the shank, not on you. I really hate that it's only 79% chance to hit, and I'm worried about that with the low percentage to hit. What I'm actually worried about is him dodging, and us going and getting a stab for like 4. But it's on. It's game on, Brohim. Oh, it's a critical hit for Bruce Willis. It's so good. Archon is already halfway done, then. Yeah, you go ahead and swing your sword around in your big martial pose, Indiana Jones style. Meanwhile, I'm going to have Harrison Ford just shoot you in the head. Willie Schatz cannot see anything. I mean, that makes perfect sense, I guess. Alright, Morgan Freeman. Have you come up here and stand in this tile? Could probably catch both of those guys with a single trench. With a single trench gun shot, but we may not need that yet. So we do have the chain shot if we want to take it at the Archon. 54%. I don't think we're going to be taking any chain shots at them then, because they are not going to hit. If we grenade this guy and try and drop him through the floor, that's ultimately going to be completely useless. Jamie Lee, what do you got? Well, you can definitely hit that guy. You have an 87% chance. This is after studying your weapon, by the way. Well, it's pretty good, and if we get lucky enough to crit on this, it might be a kill. 7 damage. That's got us really close. Really close. We're 4 from home. Harrison Ford can probably get the job done. Or a combination of Harrison Ford and Sylvester Stallone will almost certainly be able to get the job done. So let's see what we can do about the rest of these guys. Morgan Freeman, I'd like for you to run and gun to this position. And then we're going to go ahead and trench. We're just going to trench broom here. We bad the old trencher. Good. Yeah, that's 1-2 hits. So these guys are probably both dead. Or both very badly injured and neither one killed. That is terrible. Okay, we could probably finish those guys off by dropping them through a roof. If the worst possible scenario arises here, we'll just drop them through a roof. Willie Schatz cannot miss this Archon. Do it. We should have just had Willie Schatz take the first shot instead of taking that hit with Jamie Lee Curtis. We probably could have saved ourselves a little trouble, but that's fine. Dane, Judi Dench, and the rest of the team should have what it takes to finish off our foes. I mean, man, Judi Dench, your aim is friggin' terrible. 77% against a flanked enemy at that range. I mean, the shot was beautiful. You ass over tea kettled and damn near pulled a Space Mutiny style railing kill, but still, can't help but feel like you have maybe underperformed at least slightly. Papa Bear, you know what? I don't really think we need much out of you. You're good, dog. Why don't you just come up here? And I want you to be able to see the enemy, just in case the person I want to get the kill for. I would like to get Sylvester Stallone a little more EXP. I don't feel like Stallone is leveling fast enough. Oh, come on, dude, man. You learn this beauty from decades upon decades being shot in the head, man. Cut bro a little slack. See, look at that. I waited until the enemy was down and I gave him a bonus round to the asshole. I feel like I should earn a little respect for the asshole shot. That's a little bit of style on top of the kill. Stallone looking for style points with the asshole shooting. I mean, okay, you know what? Full credit. I do got to give him credit. Shooting a man in the asshole after you've downed him is pretty stylish. These poor sons of bitches. Yeah. This is going to be a turkey shoot right here. Oh, this is going to be just like the Battle of Rajalan 6, where the Federation ambushed and destroyed the Klingon fleet. Alternatively, it'll be like the Kobayashi Maru, where I cheated like a motherfucker in order to win the unwinnable situation. Because I am all about the metagame. Captain Kirk, ultimate metagamer. Diesoft, I'm considering having you go into concealment, but you know what? It seems like ultimately, if we are going to do that, and I am going to do that before I drop in this building, I'm not dropping in there without exploring it. We might as well wait and give you a chance to take a couple shots at these guys. Rascally Wabbit, Harrison Ford. Yeah. Nothing rascally about me. I mean, I'm the prototypical rascal from, you know, it was a Han Solo thing, but these days, Pete, I don't get up to much rascaling. It's just, really, most of that, I just like to kind of watch TV, sit on the couch with Callista, nice languid slow fuck in the afternoon, you know, it's really all I'm looking for, Pete. Occasional, thick, hearty dose of bourbon whiskey in my glass by a fire at the end of a warm night. I'm done, Pete. I'm tired. I don't want to have to be famous anymore. Just want to be in Jackson Hole where it's quiet and everything's peaceful. Also, these sons of bitches are dead as fuck. Yeah, this is okay. I almost pity these guys. If they weren't Advent scumbags, I wouldn't necessarily feel as good about what I'm about to do as I do feel. But they are Advent scumbags, so you know what? Yeah. You guys deserve every single tiny bit of this. Oh, congratulations. Well, that guy got vivisected from all of the bullets, and we still have like 3 chunks of Overwatch to go here. He dodged. Close combat specialist shot from Morgan Freeman was quite good. Look at the pain on his face, though. He looks like a really... Either that man is having the most painful bowel movement of his entire life, a shattering orgasm, or he just realized how much he looks like the new RoboCop. One of those things just happened, and that is not a happy man. But fortunately, Dane Judi Dench was there to end his suffering. big robot landed here, too. Look at all this intel we're picking up. So the collector perk paying some strong dividends. We could go for the chain shot and probably kill this robot. I'm happy to just take them apart piece by piece. I don't want to burn any cooldowns. We don't know what's lurking for us yet inside this building. Pepper Potts, why don't you take a little 82? Man, we got to get Judi Dench a scope or something. Because she is almost never going to be able to chain shot anything with an aim that bad. Harrison Ford, why don't you finish this guy off for me? Yeah, this should take care of the job. Did not take care of the job, Harrison Ford, but that's okay. We'll follow it up. We do want to try and fuel some kills to Harrison Ford as well, because we want him to level up so he can go get his next leader ability. I gotta say, so far, the leader abilities have seemed pretty powerful. Okay, we can do that, Bradford. Alternatively, we could camp this rooftop and try and farm out a whole absolute metric truckload of kills. I'm not saying it's the greatest plan in the world, Bradford, but I'm saying it's a possibility. Alright, so Bruce Willis has gone back into full Shinobi mode. We're going to have Bruce go down and plant the X4 charges, and he can actually do that this turn. Yeah.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
Go ahead and plant the thing there. There we go. The old X4 has been planted. Bruce, should you really be smoking around a powerful explosive? I mean, oh, that revealed you? Well, that sucks. Where's the extraction point, by the way? I may just drop it on the rooftop. Okay, let's see if we can get at least one, maybe two freebie ambushes on a couple pods here. I got a Perfidious plan. Perfidious Pete with the Perfidious plan of Perfidiousness. Technically, you know, basically all my plans are pretty perfidious, but in this case, we're going extra scummy. So once we drop the evac zone, the enemy should start to try and collapse onto it. And by enemies, I mean the inevitable reinforcements that are going to show up. I'm going to try and make sure we drop this so that the reinforcements come down somewhere where we've got them in an elevated position. We're going to cover them the rock style. I'm going to have my guys be shouting at them, you know, safety your weapons, put them on the deck. I'm sure the advent officer's going to be like, I cannot give that order. I got to go Francis X. Hummel on him. I'm going to get all Brigadier General Francis X. Hummel. Dane Judi Dench, I would like for you to reload, please. We don't need Overwatch this turn because no reinforcements are showing up. Also, I do want to call in my evac just to make sure I can put it where I want it. Yeah, Sky Ranger. All right, Sky Ranger, you're going to be coming in right here. It is a landing pad. We might as well use it for its intended purposes. Do we always have to buck convention? Can't just this once we do things the way they were meant to be done? Is that a crime? That's all I ask. I think landing on a landing pad is an incredibly puss move, Pete. You should probably try and land somewhere difficult, like the side of a mountain or right into a warm alien vagina. That's where I like to land, Pete.
Whatever you say.
I'm never forgiving you for writing Tech War, by the way, William Shatner. And I know I haven't been making a lot of jokes about the whole Tech War thing, Willie Shatz, but don't think I fucking lost. Don't think we forgot the Tech War, because we all remember that that's a thing that you are responsible for. We all love you for your whole Captain Kirk thing and whatnot, and it was pretty cool, but we're never forgiving you for Tech War. I'm not doing it. Badly written, kind of the most populist sci-fi tripe of all time. Where's my reinforcements, though, Bradford? You gonna have them send some of those in at some point? I know. No, I'm waiting for reinforcements, Bradford. I demand that they send me some. I would like some delicious reinforcements, and I'm not leaving until they send me at least one squad of them. I need a couple more kills. Nobody's gotten a promotion here yet. Oh, they're just going to have them all land in the same spot over and over again, huh? I wonder if they'll just keep landing here over and over and over. If they would, that would be lovely. If they would, you know, be so willing to cooperate with my nefarious plan here. To have Morgan Freeman stand in the middle of them on Overwatch. Willie Shatz. So we should just set up and plan to overwatch this location since it seems to be like the aliens' preferred landing spot. Yes, Pete, they're not the only ones looking to plop themselves down right in the midst of a little warm alien vag. You're getting a little weird with the warm vag thing there. Could we not talk about this, William, anymore? I mean, I don't want to have to contact HR, but I'm starting to feel like maybe, just maybe, a little bit of a hostile work environment being created here, and I'm not cool with that, bro.
I'm trusting you here.
Jamie Lee Curtis, why are you so trepidatious? Of all of our soldiers, you should be like the most confident because typically you're the furthest from any potential action.
Okay, I'll go.
And no, I mean, that wasn't a cheap shot at the possibility that maybe at one point in your life you had a dong. Can't help the vagaries of your genetics. Oh, this Morgan Freeman killed all these guys by himself. Yes, Pete, I will kill all of these men because I am the greatest killer who has ever lived and possibly some sort of motherfucking sorcerer.
Still up. Advent troops.
Oh wait, I may have myself confused. With the sorcerer bit there, Pete, I'm pretty sure that was not me. I believe that was James L. Jones. He was the sorcerer, I believe, in the Conan the Barbarian films, a role for which I auditioned, but foolishly was not selected. What the hell was that, Freeman? Don't worry, Clint Eastwood is there. Man, Clint Eastwood is an amazing shot. That guy went flying ass backwards in a physics-defying backflip, and yet Clint Eastwood was still there to turn that shot around and pull the hit. And now, oh, that's brutal. Harrison Ford's just pumping rounds into his corpse. Okay, well, that went pretty much perfectly. Can we leave now? Do we get greedy and go for one more? We did destroy the floor there with some bullets. I don't think it's likely those guys are going to land there again. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and bail.
Double time.
We're good. If we start farming anymore, I'm going to start feeling bad about myself. Just the aliens chucking kittens into a meat grinder over and over again. I'm not about that. Plus, if we get so many kittens chucked into a meat grinder, eventually you're going to have the PETA people all over you. ASPCA. I won't be able to put the no animals were harmed in the making of this film thing at the end of the video like I like to do, just to let everybody know that I'm cool and copacetic when it comes to my animal friends. Let's just leave. Is that everybody? We're not abandoning anyone, are we? Just make sure everybody's in. Alright, everybody's in there. Just a quick head count. See, this is good, solid practice. Before we leave, take a quick head count. Let's just make sure everybody is here, that we're not leaving anybody behind, trapped in a potentially burning building underneath some kind of steel girder or other beam, because for whatever reason, when people get trapped in Hollywood, they're always beneath a girder or a beam of some variety. Nobody ever gets trapped under anything else. Couldn't just be like, oh, I was in this collapsed building. What is it that's got me trapped? Oh, well, you know, it's this heavy beam or girder that has crushed my leg and will ultimately make me turn coat on Batman. Couldn't it just been a big pile of rubble? It'd be like, hey, I'm buried under all of this just random rubble. This building has fallen on me. Not just one strategically placed girder. It's just like a whole shitload of rocks. None of them individually are difficult to move or will require a heroic feat of strength. It's going to be more time-consuming of just like hand-level tasks where we have to pick one boulder at a time off of the pile very carefully to prevent it from further collapsing. Flawless mission, by the way. I'll take my golden mop now, XCOM. 19 turns, yeah, but we did spend like 5 of those just camping for a few extra kills. And I better be seeing some promotions rolling in off of this as well. I want my dank promos. I need the positive reinforcement. I need a little ego stroke. I'm not gonna lie. I could use a little ego boost here. That mission went fantastically well. We executed it, and I can't say enough how much I really feel like Bruce Willis and the dank intel that he provides us is what's allowing us to do this. We're never stumbling into pods or having terrible activations. Bruce Willis may not be a fantastic killer, but the intel that he has been giving us over and over and over, like the last 2 missions we've done, we've been able to perfectly ambush and execute our plans against the aliens because Bruce Willis is there relaying us that sweet, sweet strategic information that we need for succeed, that we need to succeed. It's all Bruce Willis, baby. It's all Bruce Willis. He's like the greatest battle scanner of all time, except, you know, periodically he jumps out and stabs a bitch through the neck on both sides and skewers them like a fresh kebab. I guess what I'm trying to say, Bruce Willis, is I think I may be in love with you. I want to take that big bald dome of yours and just hold it between my hands and rain warm, sweet kisses upon your closed eyelids while you slumber. That's what I want to do. Is that so wrong, Bruce? Is that so wrong? Who doesn't want warm, sweet kisses on their eyelids? That's what I want to know. Who doesn't like that? Now, granted, well, probably anybody who's had their head grasped by me, Perfidious Pete, who's slowly and delicately, sweetly kissing their eyelids. If I woke up to, have me do that to me, I'm pretty sure I'd punch me in the throat. I'd just be like, get off of me, freaking weirdo. No promotions, huh? Not even a single one? That's disappointing. But hey, we picked up like our 25th willpower focus, so woohoo! Yay! Picked up a useless stock. Also, we got a codex brain. Reduced the avatar progress by 1.
Their efforts towards the Avatar project will
Avatar project is delayed. Yeah, I was hoping for a little more than 1 reduction from hitting that facility. I was expecting maybe to pick up 2 on that. We're going to need to get our next safety valve initiated as quickly as is humanly possible. That's very much not good, but it is very much going to be the end of this episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And okay, you know what? It's been a while, Bradford. I'm going to give you this one.
He's loyal to our cause. There may still be a few skeptics in the movement, but we've got bigger things to worry about than a man on a screen.
Then why did we just spend all of our time doing what he tells us to do, Bradford? We need to get all Zach De La Roca here. I don't want to be, did you do what they told ya? Did you do what they told ya? I don't. Maybe we should be raging against the spokesman. Have you ever considered that? Ooh, Rage Against the Spokesman. That sounds like a pretty good band. That could be, it's the greatest Rage Against the Machine cover band of all time. Rage Against the Spokesman. You know what, Internet? I give that to you freely. Feel free to adopt that. Use that for your Rage Against the Machine cover band. And, you'll know while you cry yourself to sleep at night as you realize what it is that you have become. You'll at least be able to take solace in the knowledge that your cover band has a fantastic name. Yeah. Take that. Comfort yourself in those dark, lonely nights of the soul. When you're back there trying to remember all the lyrics to Bulls on Parade. I got off into a weird area there. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you want to see more bizarre digressions, consider subscribing as well, because I'm easily distracted like a crow with a shiny object. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.